Good morning, everybody. It is the next weekend from the last video I posted. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it is pretty dreary, kind of wet, drizzly day today. It's supposed to be raining later today, so this is probably going to be a short video. But some updates on the land here. Doesn't look too different than the last video ended. I haven't cut any more trees down yet, but this weekend is going to be all about getting all these branches and small sticks up and out of the way and chopped up, because we got the new wood chipper in. This thing is a beast. I've already played with it a little bit yesterday. I got it in a few days ago and got home from work yesterday and actually tried it out for the first time. It is the Woodland Mills brand TF68 Pro. Don't know all the specs on it, but I do know that the Pro model has the twin flywheel. Basically, it just helps with the ejection of all the wood chips, and also like basically helps the wood not get stuck in there. So it's just a better design. This thing can handle up to 6-inch logs at a time, which is ridiculous, but we wanted to get the bigger one to avoid getting it stuck through there, so we can push good sized branches through there. And so far it's been working very good, very amazing. It'll also shoot out the wood chips from that pipe there, very high velocity, so that is true when it says high velocity discharge. Just watch your eyes and don't stand in front of it. But I am going to fire this thing up, do a little time lapse for the video, and try to get as much of this junk cleared up as I can before the rain starts. Now that we have this wood chipper here, once I do cut a tree down in the future, when I do cut another tree down, it'll be a lot easier during the process, because I'll just kind of chip up the branches as I go and not have this huge pile of like 4 trees worth of limbs to cut up at once. So this is going to put the new wood chipper to test for sure. Going to be kind of setting its feet to the fire, but I have full faith that it will get the job done really well. From what I've seen yesterday, it's going to be pretty gravy, honestly. So I'm going to set up this time lapse and hopefully get a lot of work done before the rain starts. Alright, my camera died there on the time lapse, but time to take a little break, change the battery out, and get some water. But a little update here. Probably been at work for, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. Got a good chunk of it cleared, and only that little pile there, so it chops it up really good. There's a setting on here where we can change the speed of this roller down in there. I believe that'll change the size of the wood chips coming out. Right now it's on the fastest speed, so it's got the smallest wood chips, which we plan on using these wood chips for compost, most of it. So the smaller the better, honestly, for us. They'll break down easier and faster. But I'm going to go take a little water break, get some food, and I'm gonna basically just pre-cut a bunch of this stuff up with the saw and set it over here on the pile so we can kind of go faster with the process. Like I said before, whenever I do cut a tree down first thing, I will delimb the whole thing and kind of get a nice neat pile ready for the wood chipper, and it'll be a lot easier than this, because this is obviously, you can tell, a massive pile of just branches everywhere and a firewood. So just a good mixture of both. But we're going to get it cleaned up today as much as I can. So I'm going to take a short break and then get another time lapse going, and we'll continue with this process. All right, today, new day. Unfortunately, I got rained out yesterday, messing with all the sticks back there. I knew it was going to happen. It was about a 95% chance of rain. It was just a matter of time, but I'm glad I got some work done when I did. I didn't film everything yesterday. My parents actually came down and helped me for a little bit. So we actually got a lot done, more than I expected. So I will definitely show you all that here in a second. And then we're going to try to finish it up today as well. All right. Back here in the back now. First impressions of the wood chipper, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's amazing. Everything I expected plus some more. Chopped up every single branch that we put through it, except for one, but it was pretty dang big, and we could use it for firewood anyway. But everything that we expected it to chop up plus more, it has worked pretty flawlessly, honestly. Right now we're walking through here. Let me turn you around real quick, give you some progress updates. All right, I believe the camera was kind of set up right here yesterday, and you can just tell this whole half is pretty much gone. All these other small stuff is going to be for firewood over here. This is the pile that we had yesterday going. Half of it's gone. We already took some of it into the chicken coop for new bedding for them. They're loving that. But we also have another pile over here, and that's a huge pile. The only thing it doesn't chop up is the pine needles, which is, I guess they're just too flimsy, too small, so they just kind of go right through the wood chipper. But you can kind of see the size of the wood chips it creates. Pretty small. They should break down and decompose fairly quickly, which is what we want to create compost and better soil. But we still have this whole other half over here, some more back there, a little bit more over here. So still got my work cut out for me, honestly. But I am happy with the progress that we made yesterday. Let's see. I'm also going to try to collect a lot of this firewood and just get it out of the way. It's so annoying trying to get through back there and cut all the branches when there's stuff in the way of your feet. You're tripping over everything, can't really stand up straight. So I might do a lot of that first, do some organizing with the branches, get them all ready to go on the tractor, so I'll have a big neat pile of stuff ready to cut up, and then it'll make the wood chipping go a lot faster. So I'm going to let's see, I'll set up another time lapse for y'all to enjoy and try to get this stuff knocked out even more. Alright, the battery died on the camera. Seemed like it was a good time to stop and take a little break and give an update on the situation. So it might not look like I've done much to the pile, but just to kind of explain the madness going on. As you can see here, there's a little pile over there of cut firewood. This is big wood we need to split, as well as cut firewood here. This is all going to be firewood whenever we cut it up. I'm not too worried about that right now. But this pile is the pile that we can go ahead and chip up. I've kind of got it all cut up and ready to go. Hopefully most of it's all just kind of pushing it through there. But I think I'm making pretty good progress. I can kind of walk around here a little easier, seems like. I think I'm going to go ahead and start on that pile over there, just so it doesn't get too overwhelming for me. That should go fairly quickly, and once that's done, I'm going to work more on the inside of here. I might get the big chainsaw out, cut these up into logs so we can put them with the rest of these just to get it out of the way, as well as these big ones here. This one I might be able to get it up to the sawmill, get some lumber out of it, possibly. But as you can tell, it's still a work in progress over here. I'm happy with it so far. Seems like it's getting a little bit more organized. Let's see. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna get the tractor rolling, show y'all some footage of the wood chipper. This thing is a beast, and I am definitely putting it through its paces, kind of seeing what it's made of. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but this Woodland Mills wood chipper is not sponsored at all. I bought it with my own money, and I'm so glad I did, because so far I've been super impressed with it, with the performance of it. They have a bunch of different models. This one is the Pro model. There's a couple different features that it has on it that the other ones don't, which I'm so glad I went with the Pro model. As you can tell, there's a huge pile of wood chips there. But yeah, you'll see how it performs here in a second. I mean, it'll just, all these right here, it'll just eat them up, not even bog it down at all. I'll just feed them one after the other, and it'll just push it right through nice and smooth. So I'll try to get the best footage of that as possible, and then hopefully get this pile down to a manageable size eventually. Let's see, it's been a few hours since I've been out here, so I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, maybe take a lunch break, and then get back at it. The wood chipper is on now. The tractor, if y'all never used anything like this, the tractor with the PTO on has to be at a certain RPMs. The RPMs for the PTO is 540, is what we kind of like it at. It's fast enough but not too fast, and it'll handle everything we need to handle. So I'm gonna get my gloves on and then start feeding this bad boy here. Decent size stick right here. Let's see what it does. am not sure if that last video took or not. My camera was about to die and it had some weird settings on the screen. But if this that last clip didn't take, basically what I was saying was gonna start this whole process over again. Gonna cut up some more of these logs, just kind of work my way into that massive pile, make a nice, hopefully sort of neat pile right there to chip up again. I'm going to move the tractor over kind of where the tripod is sitting right now so I can continue with the wood chip pile. It is literally on the tractor tires right now, so I'm gonna have to move that over, and this is probably gonna get twice as big as it is now. It is 5 o'clock now. It is quitting time. I didn't film the rest of the wood chip process because I think I've already seen enough of that. But this was where the pile was before, whenever the time lapse was going. I had to scoot the tractor up a little bit because all the wood chips were kind of hitting me in the face as they were going through. So that is the new pile of wood chips that I just did. So a lot of pine needles mixed in here. That's the only downside, I guess, of the thing, is it doesn't scratch up all, or it doesn't chip up all the needles, but they'll still decompose all the same. Let's see, I got probably more than 2/3 of the pile completely sifted through and organized and chipped up. This is what all the firewood I got out of the deal so far. Oh, I still need to cut that up. These are all cut. I need to split some of those. Whoops, almost stripped. And there's a couple more little small piles over there. That is what's left. I pretty much got this whole back end over here cleared up. All this over there. And there was a bunch of stuff in here earlier today. Oh, excuse me. I am definitely happy with the progress. Yesterday kind of slowed me down with the rain, so I didn't get as much done as I could have, but so far it's been great. I definitely enjoy that wood chipper. I would highly recommend it if anybody is in the market for one. I think what was it, TF68. It is between like a 20 horsepower to, I forget the max horsepower that it can run on that. But my tractor is a little bit less than the recommended horsepower for the minimum, but honestly it works great. I wanted to get, so they have a 4-inch one too, that I think it's a TF48 maybe, the lower model. The only really difference is the chute in there is only 4 inches wide instead of 6. But I wanted the 6-inch wide chute to get, bigger branches. I don't have to break them down as much. And it's been working great. I haven't had any issues, honestly. It chewed up all that in like an hour from that big pile from the time lapse. Chewed it up in about an hour, so it's been super efficient, essentially. But it's looking really good, looking cleaned up back here. Give y'all another shot. This is evening time, so that's what the sunset looks like through the woods. My house is going to be somewhere back there eventually. But looking pretty clean. And that thing is a beast. I love it. Love it, love it. Can't recommend it enough. Alright, so that is going to be the end of this video. I really appreciate y'all watching this video. If y'all haven't seen my other 2 videos previous to this one, please go watch those. If you like them, give them a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely going to be making a lot more videos of the progress back here in the woods and around the whole property. So other than that, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all next time.